Hi, Pastor Broad. It's great to see you.
So good to be here.
We've been kind of on a theme about stuff. Well, we're always talking about money and stuff. And, it's just human nature to always want more. And we started in this country, in the US, as okay, we're a kid and we make $1,000 a month. And then we go, well, if I could just make 12. Well, my goal is to make $50,000 a year. What if I could make 60? Where does it stop? So, what verse do you have for us?
Solomon tells us that it doesn't stop. Listen now. This is chapter 1, verse 8 of Ecclesiastes 1:8. All things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. We just cannot get enough. And probably a lot of people have heard about, the rich man who says, when is it going to be enough? And he says, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And that seems to be the tone of all of life, no matter what level you're at in life. There's never really enough to satisfy. And Solomon points this out, that it just keeps going. So there needs to be some sort of rest. There needs to be some sort of reckoning. And the human being doesn't seem to do that very easily.
Yeah, if you all think about it, contentment is what we're talking about. And think about the things that contentment gives you. It gives you joy. It gives you freedom. You want to be free? Get to a point where you're content, where you accept the things that God has given you. And when you get that contentment, think about that. That means you don't want more. That means you're not pushing for, you're happy when you're content. And that's not something that's easy to reach, but Paul talks about it in the New Testament about be content with where you are. But don't you think that gives you freedom and joy when you're content?
It's a kind of secret that I think is in Scripture, and it's woven throughout it, that we can battle in a human sense for all of our needs, or we can sit down and just thank God and recognize that He's done tremendous things in our lives and blessed us in so many ways. And instead of trying to see more, do more, to just rest, there's that rest, contentment point that is just so perfect and so necessary. And for many, it's just out of reach. But that's not the secret. Not listening to the secret of the Bible.
Yeah, everybody, think about what you have. And everyone has something. You have breath, you have something. Even the poorest of the poor, everyone has something. Focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. And I think that will help. Thanks
God is
again.
good.
Thanks again, Pastor, for being with us and your input. We'll see you next time.
All righty.